Okay, starting again at the perfectly round hole. I just couldn't believe when I got this one that there would be such a perfect black hole with absolutely nothing that I see in this. Now with the naked eye, I have seen a black hole that kept being in the same spot in the orb, the one I first started these videos out with, the one that it was a drawing. I would see it with my left eye, because my left eye saw different scenes in the orb than my right eye would see. So sometimes I would hold my hand over my right eye so I only was looking with my left eye. And I saw this black hole. And over time, it started showing something spirally and white in the center. And then finally, its outside edges became very colorful. And then one day it was just no more, it was gone. But I saw it for months and months, a black hole. So all of this is so unusual. I have no idea of what these things are that I'm talking about. But now the color that I see that's in the empty space, it moves, not always orb-like. Sometimes it's loose from the orb-like structure, and it's just moving and colorful, like fire, colorful fire, on its way to becoming something. This one I thought was a very beautiful round orb that I got. I have many a round orb picture, and I have some of them in the albums that I put on Google, showing all the beauty that's in these round orbs. And then they'll do something like this. They'll make these straight lines and bands. And who's to know what it all means? Maybe it's a language sometimes, I think, a language of light that is in substance before it becomes matter. I thought that one was rather nice. Circles within a circle. Another twisting orb here. Or maybe it's many orbs twisting all together. And another view of one that fanned out. Now this one, this is in the way here. This one picture was real fun to see, for the light moved in such a way that it looked so much like a wine bottle. And that down here where you can't see it because this is in the way, I wrote, light wine for enlightenment. This is a light wine. It's for enlightenment. This I thought was rather beautiful and unusual looking. But if you asked me to get that picture again, I would say, well, impossible. I can't determine what picture I'm going to get. It just happens, and it may happen only once. And I'm just glad I got one picture of it. Oh, some physicists, like I said, are fast changing their mind. Einstein was one who changed from how he saw things, even though he didn't want to, but his further research convinced him that he had to change his mind. And this is one thing he said: for us believing physicists, the distinction between past, present, and future is only an illusion, even if a stubborn one. See, he was not wanting to think that everything that we see is illusion, but it is. And this is one I like the colors of it real well. Now this one, I should show you the one before it. I was taking a picture of this orb, and right before my eyes it changes, and one side just seems to explode out of it, like that. It's really, really strange. Now what would make an orb do that? There it is before, and there it is as it is exploding into a different sort of arrangement. This one, and I get many like this, Makes the orb look like it has a cave inside of it. Then sometimes I get these most spectacular fluorescent bright colors, like this one. I really like this. I can't get this one again because there's no way you can tell what you're going to get. But this one to me looked like a book. Like the pages of a book. Is your name written in light? Are you in the book of light or the book of life? Of course you are. Everything that is light. That's my answer. More extraordinarily beautiful colors. And the colors, as you're looking at them, as I've said, they morph. I was looking at this one in particular coming from the light. And over here you see a orb kind of stretching, and then another orb, or else this same orb folds up at the end into a more rod-like shape. But now notice this, because this next picture is that again, only different colors. The colors just, I'm going to go back and forth on this so you see. The colors just change inside the orb. Now this is very, very, very strange. I started getting this just recently. I don't know if you can see this real good, but this looks like a matte finish. Like pictures are sometimes done in, you can say, I want the matte finish, and instead of the real shiny finish. But look at this. I'll show you this close up. It's also in this one of the light. Now, this is it close up. Kind of a matrix looking thing. And here's a very colorful orb. This is an interesting looking one. I look at them and I think, what could this be? What could it mean? And I never have an answer. I do wish I could start some kind of communication with this light, but so far, well, I do feel like I hear advice given to me personally, but nothing I would want to share with the world. But I do think there is a language. This light is a language. Here's the bullseye again in this one. And see, this is light as it's traveling in its worm-like way. Only these, at this end, was a separate orb, and the light went into it. It's sort of like the snake that bites its own tail. Its tail goes into its mouth. Light does that a lot. It enters into its own self. Now look at this. It looks just like it just comes up some kind of little hill right there, the way the colors are. Colors can show you such depth and motion and in density or dimension, and it's just on a flat surface, and yet it looks like hills and valleys and things. Just another colorful one, another close-up of the woven background, matrix-looking kind of thing that is showing up lately. That's the exciting part of taking pictures of these orbs, is you never know when something different's going to show up.